sure your microphone's on.
All right, it is 6:30. And we'll do roll call.
Bunce, Deep Singh,
Here.
Fort Hines,
Here.
Tamiko Sargent,
Here.
All right. Public comments. The Park and Recreation Board welcome comments from the public. Those wishing to speak must sign in prior to the start of the meeting. Nobody? Okay. Reports and announcements. In addition to any items below, the Park and Recreation Board presiding officer and staff may receive reports regarding items community interested, including but not limited to recognition of officials, citizen staff, or department information regarding holiday schedules and upcoming attending events. We got updates from staff.
The only update I have based on the last session we had last month about all the amenities that you all requested and would like to see. I reached out to the city manager and we discussed some of those topics. And right now we are looking into getting some pricing from vendors for some of the items. I know for sure, like some of them that he already said is not going to happen is that the exercise item, that's not happening. What was another one?
coming up.
Yeah, we're looking for the pavilion or shade for Sonora, Rogers Farm. And another one that's not happening is the kayaking in Sonora because the Texas Park and Wildlife said that's not going to happen in such a small lake and it's too shallow. And it's going to be a big cost on the city to build a ramp. So I think those are the, and I think you asked about, I think it's in this agenda too for charging stations. You all wanted emergency cell phone places, right?
Mhm.
That ain't happening either because, his thing was everybody has a cell phone, so they could reach out to 911 or whatever. But we are not going to put money and put a emergency phone in the parks because they're going to be vandalized, blah, blah, blah. So we did reach out and try to at least put it in his ear that these are some of the stuff that the board would like to see in the parks. And so he's wants us to move forward with looking for pricing for the pavilion or shade. And we're also looking for pricing for the retaining wall at Rogers Farm. If that's going to happen anytime soon, I don't see it happening anytime soon, but it's going to be for probably the next fiscal year because this year budget is already in progress, so it's not going to be in this year's budget. So if it's anything, it's going to be for next year budget. So anytime after October next year, if they do approve any of it, that's the time it's going to happen. So you're looking like a year plus from now to see any of these improvements. Unless there's some slush funds or we could get some grants, which we are looking into getting grants for the parks. If we could get those, yeah, that could take place instead of going through council.
Okay. Anybody got anything else? All right, Christian.
Okay,
Appreciate it.
you bet.
Well, we got a late join us.
I just asked about you.
Good evening, good evening. Oh, no, you good. Kristen just gave us a update from the staff of some of the items that was on last week's. Now, I know I didn't put it on the agenda for today, Christian, but one question that I just, technically, I've been down to ask for a while. Does the board even go to the park?
Guess what?
Council, does even the city council, have any of them ever visited any of the parks?
They sure do. Anytime we have any activity.
I'm not
invite-
talking about activities. I'm talking about outside activities where, yeah, everybody wants to see the face and be the face of the city when activities. So everybody goes to the park doing activities, but just in general, without.
In general, I could tell you that I know there is a couple of the council members that do frequent the parks, not only because of activities, it's because if we get calls for stuff, they're out there. And I know the city manager, he drives around the city and he looks at all the stuff. So I know they do that. But are they visiting the thing just every day or once a week? I'm not sure. But I can assure you that some of the council members do visit the parks.
Okay, that's nice to know. Okay. Y'all got it?
No.
Okay. Thanks, you, Christian.
Mm-hmm.
All right, consent of agenda. This matter have been appeared in previous agenda, requires little to no deliberation or consideration routines or ministerial mistakes. If discussion is desired, items may be removed for separate considerations. Consider the approval of June 9th, 2026 regular meeting minutes.
I make a motion to approve the June 9th meeting minutes.
I
Second the motion.
I
to-
third. Items for individuals' consideration, discussion, and or actions. Installation of shades, concrete table, an S chest, checker, backgammon table, board table. All that is just something for the older gentlemen when they visit the park, it's something so they can sit down and play. I mean, I've gone, and I know we are a little city, so I've been in some of the bigger state parks and like up in New York and all them, and we go out there, my grandfather, and play chess. So we play chess in the park, and they have tables with, it's just something for the elderly, I should say, just
Yeah.
play games.
How big a table are we looking at?
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Are we talking about those big
It's just a
pieces or the regular chess?
It's just regular chess pieces, and they leave them what it is. Even, I mean, they leave them out in New York. And crime is high in New York, so if you're gonna steal a chess piece, you're gonna steal a chess piece. But at the end of the day, it's just normal chess pieces that they leave out, and it's the table is concrete. And
Yeah.
sit onto the, and they play chess, they play checkers, and the pieces are there inside like a little, on the table, there's a little deal where they can open it up, pull the chess pieces out, or the checkers, whatever they want to play.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're looking like a 5x5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nothing. No, it's a little bit smaller, probably 4.
A 4x4.
Yeah, it's just 2, just no 4x4, one on one side.
Yeah, and then you need at least 4 chairs, so 2 playing and 2 looking along.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just wondering, and you're asking for that in town center, we need to figure out where we could install that because it's
Right.
going to be permanent.
Right. Because
Okay.
I was just thinking, since I know the older people use the little center over here,
Yeah.
it'd just be something for them to get out. I mean, for them not to be cooped up. I know they play chess, checkers inside, but sometimes they, have something outside where they can just go sit outside on a nice cool day.
Yeah, it
Cool
had to
breeze.
be in the fall or early spring
Mhm.
because it's too damn hot
Yeah.
to be doing that now.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't advise it now, but
Mm.
Yeah, well, if you look at it that way, unless it's covered and stuff, then I don't know, just being me, I don't know if you're gonna get a good return on your investment for that. Because if they're just gonna use it like in the fall, let's say 1 or 2 a month,
Mm-hmm.
and then in the spring, 1 or 2 a month, does it worth it? I don't know.
No, I had to, I was thinking about that because, like I said, when I was in New York, they're constantly packed, but where they haven't put in New York, I mean, you got trees and stuff over the top of them, so they over the deal, and it's a lot of, so it's a lot of people there constantly playing. Yes.
Even with that being said, the table can be painted. And if they have to, that possibly the library closes at 5. If they worry about the pieces, they can check them out at the library possibly, because it closes at 5. But those squares on there could be painted, so you would not have to worry about those.
Yeah. On the table, that's what it's gonna be. But the pieces, the players could take them home and bring it at
Or they can bring their own,
bring
or
their own, and we provide the table, so yeah. But yeah,
I mean, it's just an idea. It's just I'm looking something for the elderly that goes over there. Sometimes they don't want to sit inside and do a lot of stuff. So if there's something we can put in town center to where maybe get them out.
yeah, I'm with you. I think you're looking at, citywide and holistically what we
Yeah.
could do for the city, which is fine. So this item, like I said, I'll take it up to the city manager and get his take on that. And it shouldn't be a big cost for this. Just making sure that we have the space availability for it and
Mhm.
we getting back a ROI on it.
Mhm.
But yeah, we could definitely work with that.
Okay. And then you've already answered about the power charging bench, so I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know. This is similar to emergency station.
Well, it just what made me bring it up and think about it. I was out at a softball field at a tournament, and during the tournament, we had a park, but during the tournament, it had charging benches.
Yeah,
You out there all day. Some people forget to bring their chargers, or they don't want to walk all the way back to their car and turn their car on to charge their phone. Well,
Mhm.
the benches that we were at had charging benches, and it had wires and stuff for every make of phone. So you could charge your iPhones, you could charge whatever phone. So we was, like I said, we was out there all day. And so not once did anybody have to leave the ball field to go back to their car to charge a phone.
yeah. And to have those, at every table that we have, let's say in Sonora or Rogers Farm, we need to have a solar charging station. So
Yeah, they had the park had 8 fields and they had 4 charging benches. And they was placed kind of in the middle because you had the concession stand and then you had your charging benches where people could sit and drink and eat whatever, kind of in the middle. So they had, but it was only like 4 of them, but with 8 fields, but still. So that's the only reason why I thought about that, because while I was at the softball
yeah,
field,
and
I
I don't
saw
know,
'em, and I'm like, oh, that's
I
something
don't
to
know
do.
for what each one of those solar power charging station would run. I don't know, maybe $1,500 a piece. I'm not sure, but the stuff we could consider. We need to consider when knowing that this is Kennedale. We don't have money
Oh yeah, yeah.
unless if Devil wants to donate. We could take that.
It's Corey's idea. He can donate.
I donate a bench.
It's not cheap, just to give you all an idea. We are looking at, getting prices for just for the whole community. Pickleball court. It's not cheap. I got a price for $84,000 to have two pickleball court next to one another. Are we gonna afford that? Is there enough traffic to use that to get your money's worth? I don't know. You know, we're still getting bids coming in, so they might be lower, higher, but just an example of what it costs for having amenities for the citizens here, it's not cheap. And so in your other bullet here, you're looking for larvicide for mosquito around the pond.
Yeah, because when it's towards dusk and people still out there walking mosquitoes,
Where's
I
all
hear
my,
people complaining.
where's
"Oh,
all my frogs from the pond? They're not catching them?
no.
Are all the frogs gone?
Well, you know, I'll be out there at dusk and I hear people complaining, and I see them swatting the mosquitoes. I'm like, dude, and for whatever reason, the mosquitoes over there, they don't care about off.
Well,
Yeah, mosquitoes. My mosquitoes.
Maybe
I
before-
don't
They
care.
don't care about off.
before you go in the park out there in the evening, put Vicks on yourself.
It repels mosquitoes. Vicks?
Mhm. If you want to smell like, but yeah, it does.
Vicks?
Yeah,
Vicks because it has that menthol in it.
has
It
menthol.
helps
Yeah, use the Vicks on your arm and leg,
Yeah,
Hair like smelling.
and face.
yep. Use menthol.
All right, then.
Well,
I'm old, I ain't heard that one.
It would make sense because of the aroma. The
Mm-hmm. Or is it like the citrus too?
Mm.
Well, that's
I make a motion to adjourn.
I think that's the end of it, Lord.
the end of it. Yeah.
Thank you.